this potentially is such big news. It puts so much more credibility on the family in Vegas that claim to have seen these 9-10 foot alien beings in their backyard. And not only that, it also puts more credibility on the Miami Mall Bayside alien event, right? Now, I'm going to approach this like you don't know anything about it. And hopefully you'll see some footage in here that you haven't seen before. But right at the very end of this video, mate, you're going to see something that I've seen the very beginning, and it's so interesting, it's unbelievable, and I just have to talk about it. Right. So in September in 2023, there was a family that claimed to have seen aliens in their backyard, right? And these things were like shadow beings, okay? Similar to the ones that had allegedly been seen in the Miami Mall Bayside, okay? Well, the Miami Mall, I should say. Now, let me just cast your mind back to the Miami Mall, because that was one of the biggest events in I would say in 2023. It was probably the most biggest event, especially in the alien world, okay? So this is like a recap of what was going on there.
On New Year's Day, a large police presence was caught on video surrounding a mall in Miami. Perhaps you saw this, a video posted online claiming it was due to an alien sighting in that area. So what really happened?
Look at that police presence. That's for a fight. Come on.
Police say a group of 50 teenagers started a fight after setting off fireworks, looting. The alien, in air quotes, in the video was really just a tall person walking.
It was not.
Right, so, okay, to be honest with you, I found some video footage that backs her skepticism up a little bit, right? Okay, so believe what you like about that Miami Mall. Watch this. This is apparently surveillance video shows moments gunfire breaks out. Gunfire or fireworks in Miami Mall at that particular time. And it's not blurry footage, okay? Check this out. So this is right in Miami Mall right now. Moments before the alien event happened. Now, that's pretty much the end of it. I think there's one more shot fired, or... yeah. That's pretty much the end of it. Now, on that in itself, I would imagine that there would be... yeah. It's scary. It's a scary situation, and it does legit sound like gunfire, right? So, I understand why a lot of police cars would come to that location. The whole police force? Maybe not, because we've got tons of evidence to show that when there is actually gunfights, you know, somebody with a gun going around, there are a lot of police cars, but it's not the whole force, yeah? So that's questionable. But that does, you know, support the theory that it was just gunfire, well, not just gunfire or just fireworks, okay? So that was the Miami Bayside Mall thing, and this is where like things started to get even more crazy. And I suppose the Las Vegas family thing sort of like got pushed to one side. But mate, I'm telling you, the stuff that has just come to surface now about that is incredible. It was New Year's Day that happened, the Miami Mall, okay? But in September, a couple of months prior to that, or a few months, this Vegas family called in and claimed that there was aliens in their backyard. Now, the reason I'm linking these two together is because the two aliens, the descriptions of these two were so similar. Tall, shadow-like figures, 9 to 10 foot tall, okay? So, in a nutshell, what happened, okay, was a police officer was talking to a couple of people on the sidewalk, and in his body cam, he saw a green light, almost like a shooting star, but bigger and brighter, falling to Earth. Moments later, his partner got a call about aliens in somebody's backyard. Okay? So here's like a recap of it, all right? But trust me, what we're going to see come the end is quite important.
Leave her alone.
It's almost midnight on May 1st when a Las Vegas Metro police officer's body cam catches this, something flashing low in the sky.
911 emergency.
Minutes later,
there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Someone calls 911 reporting 2 large figures in their backyard.
No, I'm so nervous right now.
The 8 News Now investigators obtaining another officer's video as he's sent to the Northwest Valley home.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star, then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
By now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners
Oh, sorry, this is May. Not September, in May 2023.
said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see
Yeah,
anything
that's what
land
they see.
in your backyard, or?
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro blacked out that part of the video because it's considered private property. What's clear? They're taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
That investigation turning up no concrete answers as of Wednesday. Whatever or whoever fell into that yard, long gone within minutes.
Oh, hey, if those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So they were talking about a video of where the family go through their back garden and they see a shadow figure at the top of the wall. Okay, now I featured that video on my channel, and mate, I've broken that video down so much. I've zoomed in, enhanced it, gone to frame by frame, massive like discussion with my own thoughts. I've listened to your thoughts, your comments. It's definitely something there that pokes its head above the wall. I'm going to show you in a second, okay? And I'll leave the link up there if I remember. This next video that I'm going to show you is Evidence Expert examines Las Vegas UFO video 1 year later. Banfield, okay? I've started to watch the first like a minute or so. It looks so interesting, and this puts so much credibility onto this actual sighting. There's so many people were telling me and laughing and saying that it's just a shadow. What are you on about? You got to stop. You know, take your tinfoil hats off, okay? Right? This just puts. I'm not saying it's definitely 100%. I'm just saying it puts a lot more credibility onto this Vegas thing. Right, let's go. I'm looking forward to this, mate, because I haven't seen it all yet. Let's go.
It's one thing to squint at a fuzzy video on YouTube and then decide space aliens do or do not exist. And it's another thing entirely to subject those sightings to the same kind of scientific rigor that puts, say, killers in prison. Scott Roeder is that kind of skeptic. He is an evidence expert and crime scene reconstructionist with 33 years of experience and 1,500 cases to his credit. He is the founder of the Evidence Room, a group that assembles specialists in forensic animation, 3D modeling, and motion graphics.
Yeah.
He took a close look at the video that was recorded by that family in Las Vegas, and he applied his technology to try to debunk it.
Here we go, mate. This is going to be banging.
Here he is on his YouTube channel, Crime Scene, discussing what he calls the entity in the family's backyard.
We can take a video and look at whether or not there is an artificial artifact added to it or not. And in this case, we can definitively say, to a degree of scientific certainty, that this entity, this thing in the video is there in the physical reality in which the Kenmore family is also there. Like this.
I told you. I said that, and people were like, no. Look at it. I said it so much. I was adamant, right? Adamant.
This is so critical because you can clearly see through the slots in the fence that there is a leg motion moving from the right to the left side of the screen. And clearly it is behind there. So this isn't just like a head floating in space. This is a head of that is somehow that does not have full opacity, that the opacity of the
same as Miami Mall
head of the shadow is only at about 33% opacity versus a normal shadow, which would be at 100% opacity, or an object in the screen, which is at 100%. And this isn't anything that you did. It's just what you were able to determine, that this shadow being, or this being in the shadows, possibly creating its own shadow or smoky filter or cloaking technique, is not only cloaking itself from the people there, but cloaking itself from the camera itself, in that it's minimizing our ability to identify pixels inside of that shadow.
I'm joined now by UFO expert Ben Hansen. He's a former federal agent and now the host of UFO Witness on Discovery Plus. Ben, it's great to have you on the program tonight again. So, I mean, your reaction to what, Scott Roeder did with his analytics, the shadow that you saw that was behind the fence as well as way above the fence. I guess your reaction to all of that.
Well, thanks, Ashley. Yeah, I'm excited because it took a while, I think, for anyone to get a copy of the raw video. I don't personally have it, but I'm glad that Scott has done this. I don't detect anything overt as a red flag that I would say that made me suspect that it was edited. So I concur with him on that. And it also appears that there is some sort of shadow that's present behind the slats of the fence, which he pointed out. And then you have kind of a head, it looks like, at the top of the fence. Mate,
look at that! He just pokes his head in. He says, hello, all right? And how tall do you think? I mean, he's probably like, what, 6 foot? 5'9", 6 foot? But, right? There you go. There you go.
I kind of feel it might be a jump, as people online then started to say, well, this is evidence of a cloaking creature of some sort. There is a lot going on in the video. If you look, there's 2 or 3 different light sources. And anytime you have that happening, you can have a lot of shadows from different angles. So unfortunately, we'll never have the same exact circumstance where we can go back and test it to see what might be causing a shadow effect.
See, okay, I get that, right? But shadows touch things. Yeah. Shadows are against things. Put my hand up here, there's a shadow against my face, right? You don't have a ball of shadow in the middle of nothing, right? A shadow hits the wall, it hits here, it folds, it. You know what a shadow is. I don't have to tell you what a shadow is, okay? You don't have. This is just a ball of shadow in nothingness.
There is this one aspect of it, and I'm not sure if our producers can just let the video go, but when they walk in past the gate, something startles them and they freak out. I mean,
I'm glad she said that, because that was the other thing that people aren't talking about. They actually go, whoa, 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 when they walk backwards.
For lack of a better description, it's not. There's no way this is acting. Actors don't do it this well.
Yeah.
Something startles them to the right, and they spin around and they kind of run out, and the video kind of goes, as it would if you were terrified.
It does, and I think that is genuine. If you look, I think they're
all simultaneously as well. All at the same time, they see something, yeah? Maybe the one at the very back is like looking at the other two and going, oh, what are you worried about? I'm going to come back.
looking at something towards the back of the yard and something spooks them, where I feel that it might be a little bit of, I don't know, call it forensic gymnastics, is to say that it was caused by this thing off to the right, because as you can see right there, that shadow appears on top of the fence, but he's not looking to the right. If this was some sort of entity that was like 3 feet away from him, I think that's what would really scare anybody. So that,
yeah, but there was a couple of them, right? So maybe one's here and one's around the corner here.
that's where you have these theories that people are saying, well, it's partially cloaked, it's fully cloaked, didn't want to be seen, but only the video picked it up. So I don't know about that. I think just based on the video, though, it's great that we have verification that it's not been edited.
I know you talk about confirmation bias as well. Explain to the audience if how you think that might be working its way into this as an alternative theory.
Well, if you think about it and go back to the original, the whole background of what just preceded this is you had this really bright object that streaked across the sky, right? And I do believe that now is a meteoroid, and it may have nothing to do with the family's actual sighting.
Yeah, to be fair, that could have been coincidence.
They believe they saw a light come down to their backyard. There was a lot of light and commotion, noise. And so when they went out to the backyard, they're already adrenaline's pumping. They're hypersensitive to sights and sounds. I'm in no way suggesting that they made anything up, but perception can be skewed now that this is something out of this world we're out to see in our backyard. And then anything that might have a combination of shadows or sights they're not used to, it can be amplified in your visual perception. And that's just a suggestion, but I do feel the witnesses are being credible as far as describing what they saw. And especially look at that reaction when they see whatever it is back there and they come running out of there, and it's affected at least Angel to this day. He still has trouble with what he saw.
Thank you for watching.
So I'm glad he said about the meteorite again, because it made me think about something else. I saw a video that didn't get enough legs, to be honest with you. It was a CCTV footage and audio of the meteor coming down, or on the same day, in the same time. Okay, let me try and find it really quickly. Okay, so here's actually another image I've just found of that moment when the UFO meteor came down.
It was the streak seen across the sky, now seen around the world. This, as our 8 News Now investigators confirm, Metro actually set up cameras at this home where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard. And tonight, a fierce debate is under.
And also, okay, this is it's not the original clip that I was looking for, but it does feature it on here.
A glimpse of the colorful object on his body cam. At nearly the same time, a Ring camera in the area recorded a strange noise and what sounds like a crash. One family living...
It's mad, isn't it? I mean, that might not be. But anyway, what do you reckon? I think it just puts a little bit more meat on the bone. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you're into aliens, UFOs, ghosts, and anything weird and strange, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.